Hi everyone, welcome to Hot Topic number 3. Let's talk about something that sounds very reassuring on paper but becomes a little more complicated in practice: ethics training. By this point in your academic or professional career, you've probably completed ethics certifications, online training modules, or responsible conduct of research courses. And in Module 3, you'll be doing that again, which makes sense because research needs structure, guidelines, and oversight. But here's the real question: does completing ethics training actually make someone an ethical researcher? That's where things start to get interesting. In research today, we see people who follow every guideline, submit paper documentation, get IRB approval, and still make decisions that raise serious ethical concerns, not because they broke the rules, but because they never moved beyond them. Let's say a researcher designs a study, technically meeting all ethical requirements. It includes a consent form, has proper approval, but the consent form is overly complex. It's difficult to understand, and it's not truly accessible to participants, so participants sign it anyway, but they don't fully understand what they've agreed to. The consequence here legally is that the researcher is covered. Ethically, that's a different conversation because informed consent is not about getting a signature. It's about ensuring understanding. Another example here is when researchers working with wearable technology or performance tracking tools collect large amounts of personal or biometric data. They store it appropriately, follow institutional protocols, but they fail to explain how long the data will be kept, how it may be used in the future, or ultimately who has access to it. The consequence in this case is that participants may lose control of their own data. They lose trust in research, and institutions face growing scrutiny around transparency. This is what I want you to take away from Module 3. Ethics is not just about compliance and paperwork or getting approval. It's about thoughtful, ongoing decision-making in situations that are not always clearly defined. You can score perfectly on ethics training, and you can check every box. You may even follow every rule, and still design is something that makes people say, that doesn't feel quite right. Because ethics is not a checklist, it's a judgment. So as you go through your training in this module, don't just ask, what do I need to do to pass this certification or this module? Ask, what responsibility do I have to other people who are involved in my research? Because in the end, compliance protects institutions and ethical thinking protects people.